What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Wednesday, February 10th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are all having fun in this market, right? All a great time. First, I should say I'm Scott Melker, if you don't know me, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. This is a live stream I do every single week at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, where I look at any chart that is requested by my amazing paid newsletter subscribers. You can see the newsletter here. And you guys are absolute savages. The more of you there are, the better the market gets, the more you guys seem to want to put me absolutely to work, which is great. But my God, you guys know I have ADD, right? I mean, this is like, if you want a Herculean challenge for the brain of someone with ADHD, look at the 40 tabs in charts on top here. Man, this is a challenge. You have to focus. I've got some coffee. So yeah, I should mention that this stream is sponsored by my very wonderful friends who also sponsored the newsletter at Phemex, P-H-E-M-E-X. You can check them out down below. They are offering up to a $720 bonus right now for about 2 more weeks, specifically for my subscribers. It's always 120, and they're doing another 600. That is dependent on how much you deposit. So I do not want you to think that if you go over to Phemex and deposit $50, they're going to give you a free $600, because that shit doesn't work in this world. There is no such thing as a free lunch, and there's no such thing as 600 free dollars for you people. Yeah, I just got this comment. Mr. Melker, when are you bringing your lovely wife on the stream? She's a lot better to look at. You know, you still do the charts and all, as long as she's in the picture instead of you. That's just good marketing. I'm going to do that. My wife, she passed 8,000 Twitter subscribers today. She's pretty awesome. Now, this is funny. Someone said, you people. That's like from Tropic Thunder. What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? It's a funny comment. So, yeah, I think that these streams are going to become like 7 hours long. So I think I said everything I need to say in advance of looking at 9,473.8 charts. So I'm going to dig in. I will probably largely ignore you and your silly comments. I will probably even ignore the really good ones because I'm just not going to see them. I'm going to be looking at these charts. Also, I should remind you that I'm now officially a YouTuber because I have some lights that I bought for $13, the really cheap, crappy ones, but I have a pretty sweet camera. And so it focuses on me and it blurs the background a little bit. But if you're a YouTuber, you have to tell people to smash the like button. Smash it. This one, not this one. This guy says I'm a shit channel. Shit channel. I like to spend my quality personal time checking in on things I don't like. That's how I like to spend my time. When I think something's totally shit, I like to go engage with it as much as possible. You know? Oh, sorry. You, sir, are going into timeout. Bye. Shit channel. Later. All right, let's dig in. Here we go. Mark Ford was blocked for 5 minutes. Let's go. AKRO. What is this wick? Reminder that I do not look at these charts in advance. I open them for you fresh so you can see all my old mistakes, all my old dumb ideas. Some of them I haven't opened probably in years because you guys are requesting some dusty old shit. Dusty. All right. So this is hard to love. Right? I mean, that went up over 3 times from the current price, 3.5 times, almost 4. It's not cool. It's a hell of a day for somebody, clearly. But I would say that it's sitting right around support right now. My mom just texted me, hilarious. You are on fire again. Hilarious. Mom approved. Text me right when I'm looking at a chart. It's amazing. Amazing technology. Love you, Mom. So here we are, right? At support. Maybe you could draw another level sort of down here. But, this looks kind of like if you ignore this, which is hard to do. But, if you kind of come over here, let's go in on the 4 hour, maybe it gives us a better view. You got kind of this descending wedge. When I was a kid, they probably would have called it a descending wedgie. Which is funny. I don't know if you guys, when Melvin Capital, I had to laugh every time someone talked about GameStop crushing Melvin Capital, because when I was a kid, there was this thing called a Melvin. I can't remember specifically if a Melvin was just the front wedgie when you pull the underwear up, or if it was like the double wedgie when you like picked someone up and got the front and the back wedgie, but it was called a Melvin, which was an incredibly apt thing for what was happening to a hedge fund. Getting crushed by retail traders with GameStop. Full Melvin. I think it was full Melvin was when it was both, and Melvin was just the front wedgie. Someone from the 80s can chime in and correct me, but I won't see your comment because I'm not reading them. This looks fine. So I would say that, guys, I'm going to go through these fast, but I would say that breaking this top line is what you want to do. You still want to hold the support. If it drops, like if you're trading it from here, maybe you put your stop somewhere down here, so that you, don't get stopped out coming down to this support. But what you're looking for really is one of these, right? Something like that. Cool. AKRO makes me feel aggro. ALGO BTC. Well, I've clearly posted a chart recently. Didn't quite get there yet, but hey, technically that should happen. But let's go ahead and delete all that. Let's extend this maybe a little bit, because when you extend it, what do you find? Well, that's bad, but this is a perfect retest. I'm going to go ahead and actually completely delete that. I'm going to delete some of these lines and clean this up. Mr. Clean. I don't want to look at any of these lines, to be quite honest with you. That one seems fine. So we clearly have, it's hard with this wick, because I would say we have higher lows and higher highs going up this whole way. But that kind of destroys it if you count the wick as a low, but let's call that a bear trap. Right. So you got low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, keep going. And, more specifically, if we eliminate that from the price action, we're probably in some sort of ascending pattern here. Maybe an ascending broadening wedge, maybe ascending channel. Let's see. Ooh, this shit's purple. Purple. Cleanse yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. So I think we're doing this, basically. If you could bring this up here and call that a little wick. But this looks fine as long as this holds, right? This is actually, where it is now is kind of an important level. It's just been chopped through a few times, so it's kind of hard. When you draw levels, you're naturally you're inclined to go back to these swing levels and draw the line, but you want to start on the right. It's like reading Hebrew, right to left, because newer price action is much more important than past price action. So, if you really want to be safe, let me draw this here. If you really want to be safe on ALGO, you want to take it in here and then take it up. Maybe a bounce off here, but you still got this resistance here, and you might stop out here. So, it's kind of a tough chart. And, a pattern like this is kind of more likely to break down and come down here. So I would say that this is an interesting spot. I can't see a reason to jump in with all this crazy chop. If you're looking for something really immediate, a real good reason to trade it, then you draw something like this. And if it breaks above that, take it. ALGO Rand. Just going to check back in over this. Just came in for 1 second. This dude says I rock. Just want to show you that. I rock. Another thing from the 80s. My God, do you remember the IROC Z, the car? That thing was sweet. That was Man, you were cool if you had NIROC-Z. So I think this is pretty clearly what's happening here with alpha on the USDT pair. Does not look beta, which is good. Nobody wants to be a beta. There are a lot of betas on Twitter today. Oh my God, Bitcoin dropped 5%. The world's on fire. Oh my God. I don't know how people make it through the day without Xanax who are that panicky. Price is literally like, what's the price of Bitcoin right now? Price of Bitcoin is $45,000 and people are bearish. As I said earlier on Twitter, being bearish is, that's not what I wanted. Being bearish only works for very limited time periods in certain markets, but being a bull is really easy because markets trend up. So if you zoom out, being a bear is usually a very, very bad idea. You're always trading against the trend. Not saying there's never time to short, there's never time to be bearish, but like Bitcoin's probably going to go up again. So here for alpha, I would say maybe take it off here. Support here. Probably another support here where price just bounced off of. These are very local though. These are really like small levels, but I like that level because resistance here, you can even draw it here. Support, 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 right? I mean, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles have touched that and closed above it. If you're above that, it's pretty sweet. So maybe like here, like dips around, then you catch the EQ and head up to the top of the channel. But I don't see anything bearish here. I'll tell you what, like some people would probably scream that this is going to look like a head and shoulders, which it could. Right. Sort of like top, top, top. So that's worth watching. It's right on support actually for that technically, but the volume, everything's about context. First of all, I drew that completely the wrong spot. I don't know. I don't know what I was smoking there. There. Shoulder, neck, shoulder, whatever. But like a pattern isn't just a pattern because you can draw it anywhere in a chart. Right? No real volume in the head. Okay, volume there, but you would need to see, for this to really confirm, you would need to see serious volume on this move. Like you would need to see a candle like that. Okay, maybe that's exaggerating. Like that. This is fun. Doing my drawings. Anyways, but I wouldn't be bearish. It hasn't happened. And when you zoom out on the daily, this looks like it's just kind of likely to come back to the center of the channel and then test top the channel again. If that breaks down, you target the bottom of the channel. Simple. Alpha bro. I don't know what this is, but do you really want me to chart it? It's going up. AVAX. But ever since I stopped trading on Binance, I'm really not like on top of what's going on there. I do trade on Binance.us, but they don't be letting us Americans trade on the real deal Binance. Not anymore. I mean, what do you want me to do here? We could, we could have some fun and do one of these, which are totally arbitrary, right? People draw these and they're like, oh, but see, look, parabolic, fucking parabolic trav, bro. This is going up. Buy the dip. Maybe here. Impossible to draw clean levels. Yeah, I don't know. So if you want to trade this, you're lucky. I mean, you can either FOMO it up here in price discovery, or you can try to get it here and keep it up. But I mean, that's just kind of like really bullish. AVAX. I'm going to mute this for a second so I can drink some coffee since people don't like the way it sounds. Wow, there's some aggressive comments in here. Yeah, it is an ugly head and shoulders. It's not really head and shoulders. It's someone talking about fool and talking about apologies, and someone saying, not you, fool. And someone said, you don't know shit. Someone called me an idiot, I think. You called me an idiot or someone else an idiot. I don't know. I'm going to leave you here, though. I'm going to keep you here. I'm in a good mood. I'll let you stay. Not feeling as drunk with power today as I was. Badger. Oh, my God. This one kind of hurts. I'm going to be honest, because I had Chris Spadafora on the podcast, who is the CEO, founder of Badger, and he was like, really convinced me it was awesome, which people who come on my podcast tend to do to me. And he was like, dude, just like come hang out, community. We'd love to have you. Buy some. It's going to go up. And I forgot. And Badger is up 9.7 billion times X percent. Have fun staying poor, Scott. Have fun staying poor. This is Badger versus Bitcoin. A lot of you are probably trading it on kind of ETH or USDT pairs. But yeah, I mean, this is consolidating bullishly once again. Fear of missing out, Scott. And I mean, it should go up again. My mouse just died. That's problematic. Connection low. Oh, it's back. Old mouse, new computer. But yeah, like you got something like this going on. That is a, symmetrical triangle, bull pennant. I mean, depending on how ridiculous you are as a human person and your targets, you could start it here for the flag, start it here. I mean, if you want to start it all the way at the bottom for the flag, something like this, top to bottom to top flagpole, extrapolate logarithmically. You got a target up here. Almost double. Good for you. Good for you. Have fun staying rich. People who did not miss out on Badger, like this guy. What has two thumbs and is a jackass for not buying Badger? This guy. Chris, thank you. If you're watching, I owe you one, even though I didn't capitalize on it. You were right. You're a smart guy. BNB. Holy shit balls. Well, that went up. CZ Binance feeling euphoric, probably, right now. Have fun staying rich. You're already a billionaire. So that's good. That's not really a thing anymore. Blast right through that. So that's the weekly. I would say that this is a breakout, retest, and heading up. And look at that. Right at the last resistance on the weekly. If that closed like that, you could call that a bearish SFB, but I wouldn't go ahead and say that anything here looks particularly bearish. Yet again, it's kind of a parabolic-y type vibe. But if you're up here in the stratosphere hanging out with CZ, at this point, you don't want to buy this until it's above that, or you get some sort of drop down because you're buying into resistance. We don't do that. It's dumb. Buying resistance is something for emotional people who don't have patience. Is that you? It's you. It's you. It's for people who hate money. So if it gets above that here, I mean, I think this is targeting the all-time high on this pair, right? So you want to get above that, go to that, catch it on the rebound, boom. Have fun staying rich. Have fun with that. Oh my God, we're only in the B's. I feel like I've been talking for hours. This is clearly, I haven't looked at the Bancor chart since it was invented. Probably around when FIRE came to be. That's a 3-day chart. Like, who even looks at a 3-day chart? Were we kidding? Haven't looked at this chart since 1997, actually, I think was the last time. What is this chart? It's so weird. Okay. Now we're zoomed in here. Well, first thing I would jump out at me would be to just draw a big ass line here. Ooh. And I would be like, bull, bull, bull. Breaking out. No volume on this chart. I literally don't even know what. Let me find something here. Not that great. This volume was great. I mean, this is like dead. So this is an uptick on the breakout. But yeah, I mean, this is retesting this main resistance as support. Should be heading up. I'm going to show you my fibs. In a situation like this, I'd probably, now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to extend the lines right because it's better than extending them wrong. And I'm going to use those fibs as targets. But if this holds above this, I don't see any reason why we'd be going down. Up only. I say that, and then it's going to definitely go down. Oh, I'm so sure my analysis, and I spent 17 hours digging into the patterns of the moon and the sun, and I have determined up only, and it was going to go left. And went right. I don't know what's going to happen. Charts are kind of stupid. Fun. They give you a reason to set a stop loss. That's all that really matters. But I'll tell you the future. I will say, though, I do not believe in astrology and people who predict things. But New Year's of, I don't know, my wife's probably here and she can tell the story. I don't know, 2000 something a while ago. I was DJing in a place called the One Hotel in New York, in Miami, a rooftop for New Year's, because in Miami you can DJ at a rooftop on New Year's. And it was like a fortune teller theme. And literally the bathroom stalls, because it was nice and they were outdoors, were fortune tellers. And my wife went in and they told her that she was going to get really rich, like in her late 30s. So we discovered Bitcoin after that. Cool story. But I don't think astrology particularly works in charts. And they were like, she was like, and it's going to be like, you just wake up one morning and you're like, I've got money now. And that's pretty much how all of you feel, right? Yeah. Right? Have fun staying rich. All of you. Bancor looks pretty good. Okay, guys, we only have 19,700 more charts. Bondly. Okay, so we got a problem here. This is a WETH bond, so it's probably backwards. So I'm going to try to pull this up on whack ass, ugly ass, stupid ass, ChartX Pro. Let's bring it back, y'all. Bring it back, y'all. Bring it back, y'all. Here we go. There it is. Did you see those guys? And they were like a Super Bowl commercial for something. Tag team. Back again. Check it, your wreck in. Let's begin. Party on, party people over here. There's noise. These in the house. Jump before. Party over here. Party over there. Put your hands in the other area. These things are getting busy. Whoop. There it is. Hit me. Yeah, those guys were in a Super Bowl commercial. Tag team. They were back again. As the song says. That was a prophecy as well. Tag team probably did not know that they would be back again for the Super Bowl. I would say that actually those guys never in their wildest dreams post 1995, when they probably gave up on everything, believed that they would be back again. Check it, Drek, and let's begin. Party on. Dude, I love Bondly. One of the Paul guys who fought someone, I think there's the other one. Logan Paul, is this the one who's fighting Floyd Mayweather? I think he now is doing NFTs on Bondly, and that's what we're seeing here. It would be really cool if he mentioned that right before he got knocked out, because he's going to get knocked out. You ever see the movie Friday? You got knocked the fuck out, man. That's what it's going to be like. Okay. That's what that fight is going to probably be like. Logan Paul, right? Jake Paul's the one who fought the other dude that doesn't know how to fight, and everyone thinks all of a sudden he can fight. I would just say, listen, guys, wait for this. And this is when Logan Paul talks about it, and this is when he gets knocked out. No, I'm just kidding. It won't go down. But I think Bondley, this is a very bullish chart, honestly. So I would wait for a break of this and a move up. And that's all I got. I got to close that up. Close that up. Cake. I can't hear the word. This looks to be like a top. It's probably not, but that's really strong volume. It would be more of a kind of a capitulation if you saw a long wick there and push down. So it's really not that bad, but maybe you see that on the daily potentially. Oh, but the volume's actually great on the daily. Ignore everything I just said. This is super bullish. Cake. That's what it takes to make a pop song in America. You can repeat the word cake. Cake. I like cake, though. Cake's good. I mean, this is another one. It's in price discovery. Like, I don't know. It's going up because Bitcoin's going up. If we want to use this ridiculous wick, probably shouldn't, but I'm feeling crazy. There's your support. Below that, right here, which I probably just drew on the 4-hour. Super simple. This is nice, though. If this doesn't turn into some sort of shooting star, I like it here on the daily. Like if it closes, especially, you don't want to see it close down here, even though one candle doesn't really mean much until you see the next candle. But I would want to see you closing up here, and this is really strong rise in volume. So this is a bullish trend by the dip. Cake, not a cupcake, a real cake. DeFi chain. Is this like when you just write blockchain in the name of your company so that it goes up? Like that what was it? Iced tea company in 2017 was like blockchain iced tea. And everyone was like, stock's going up 500%. It's blockchain iced tea. So now you just put DeFi in it. What does it do? It's a chain with DeFi. I should actually get a DeFi chain. If the CEO, if they're not anonymous, of this company actually does not have a DeFi gold chain, then he's really, really blowing it, in my opinion. I would get a DeFi chain. You would get a DeFi chain. I know you guys would get a DeFi chain. It's 2:30. I have 97 charts left. I don't know what's happening on DeFi chain. I was going to trade it at this point. I would just wait till it breaks that or bounces off that. That's your support. That's your resistance. This is the key level you got to get over. We could also, if you like that wick, you could draw it sort of here. Otherwise, support is kind of here. DeFi. I came up with this really clever name for a coin, guys. It's DeFi. You ever heard of it? I'm going to do a coin called Bitcoin coin. It's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin coin. Oh, God, the dog. My favorite asset ever. But that's resistance. That is resistance. I would like to see. I'm curious. Perhaps we have any bearish divergence. Right there, bear div. But also hidden bull div, so it's fine. It's fine. It's not like it's a big deal. It's fine. You're fine. The more my portfolio rises, the less serious I become. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. It makes no mystery to me why guys like Chamath and Elon Musk spend their time posting memes on Twitter, because they don't have to care about anything ever. So there's two ways to play this: that or that, which I like better. You want to be above resistance. Wow, what I just drew did not look like something that was safe for children. That guy just drew a penis. Didn't mean to, though. So it was an accidental penis. coincidentally how a lot of teenage girls get pregnant, I've heard. I'm sorry, guys, I'm in a mood. Yeah, I would say that it's sort of doing this ascending triangle-y thing, but not really, because you have all this white space. So even though this is, support and resistance, I wouldn't call it an ascending triangle. Like if you were going to draw a pattern with it, you would start here and have sort of, so it's a perfect channel, probably. Let's see. Oops, it was accidental. I didn't mean it. Now you've got a baby. Yeah, I mean, I think it's following this channel up. So this is your sport. I would bail on Doge if it closes a candle below that, and I'd be a little more excited about it above this level and above that. Doge. I've had people who are normie people who've been asking me about Doge, like, the doggy coin, the Doger, the Doge. Like, it's not French. It's not a French coin. Been seeing a lot of really excited people about EOS, and this looks like it's doing nothing. It's breaking out. It's kind of bottoming. So excited. I can't believe EOS, after raising $97 billion for a company that probably needed 400,000 and never came out with a great product. Is there a more like 2017 ICO story than EOS? They literally raised like billions of dollars. No company needs that much money. Companies that do better are the ones that don't raise that much and actually are responsible with their money. But this has done nothing to me to indicate that's a bullish engulfing candle. Okay, great. It's probably going up a lot on USD because Bitcoin went a lot, but this looks like it's ranging. If you want to draw a range, this could be bottoming. It's fine. I'm not saying it's like bad, but like, I don't know, man. This is where you would draw your range, even though it looks kind of janky because of this. But that was that bottom, immediate top. So maybe you trade it if it comes above here. I don't know. I personally, I've seen a lot of excitement about it. I don't really get it. It looks fine. But you know what I don't like about coins like EOS? Is there are so many people who have lost so much money trading these coins that like they're going to jizz in their pants the minute it gets to here and be like, I got to sell. I don't want to be trading aggressively coins that have like people who've been holding a bag for 3 or 4 years and are angry at the coin. Phil went up a lot lately. Everybody's been talking about it. Do you know my friend Phil? Filecoin, the most hyped thing ever that we waited like 3 years for and then initially did this. Filecoin, new paradigm, it's the future. No, went down like 10 times. But it looks cool now. Looks cool now, bro. Congratulations. You look pretty cool. I mean, I don't see a reason to jump into something that just did this, personally. But this is getting bought up, actually. So, I would say that anywhere above that level-ish, this level may be even better. Yeah. I'm going to pull you over. Like I said, your bias is to newer price action, and that's a cleaner level, right? Support, break, retest, dump. It's what you want in your levels. Play it both ways. Both sides. That was a joke that we used to tell people. Be like, have you met my friend? Who? Bofides. Who's Bofides? Bofides nuts. Obviously. These nuts jokes and your mama jokes were the core of my childhood. I would want to see it close above this, but this is serious demand. This should continue. I mean, that got bought up post haste with this. That went down pretty far. Yeah. I mean, above here is really the support you want to hold. Above here is where you really maybe want to start thinking about trading it again, like that kind of thing. But let's zoom in all the way to like the 1 hour and see what it's doing. Yeah, it's bull flagging probably. Probably bull flagging. Hi, Mom. What's up? I know you're there. Very supportive. Wonderful person. Yeah, it's kind of bull flagging or something like it. So it's fine. If you're like zoomed way in, you might be like, hey, I'll trade it when it breaks that. Have at it. Every time I see this, I want to put an A and call it Fila. GRT, this coin is Gert. Gert. My mom just texted me back saying hi. You guys don't know this, but my mother was the volunteer of the year for the entire state of Florida. She won that award. It's the most giving human being you could ever hope to meet in your entire life. And she's wonderful. So don't say mean things about me in the comments because you'll hurt her feelings and she doesn't deserve that. Even if I do. I don't. That's nice support there at the EQ of this trading range. So this should be targeting here after that bounce. Otherwise, here. Right? That's where you want to maybe consider that. This is actually a really nice study in swing failure patterns, right? You form the range, drop down, lots of resistance here, selling demand. That's a bearish SFP, drops all the way to the range lows. Another one, and a bullish SFP here. What does that mean? Swing failure pattern? It means that there's lots of demand here, and when price pushes below there, it triggers all kinds of price action, which allows somebody to fill their position. If you were trying to short and you were looking for shorts, as counterintuitive as it is, you might buy into an area to engineer liquidity for your shorts. So like, why? Because just like I said, if you're looking for this, right? If that's a trade people are looking for, and they don't wait for the retest, but they take the breakout instead. See, this never retested. It didn't close above. If it closed above, this would be a different story. So that's why you want to take back on support as opposed to when it breaks out. So what happens here? It breaks out and breakout traders get jittery and panicky and start smashing the button and they go long. So if you want to sell, there's your liquidity. A bunch of people buying. Cool, right? It's pretty cool. HBAR. Nothing's changed on this chart for me. I guess you could we could redraw like out here or something. But if I keep my old bias, I would say that this once again retested, although that's ugly. And above this line, it's pretty good. Support is here. So, if you're going to trade it here, maybe you put your stops down here below this, but you don't want to get run. So a little lower. And if you can get a bounce off this again, maybe you do. But otherwise, we can drill in to even more. Now that we've got that breakout, maybe this, right? So when it breaks that, retest, take it up. I think this is still the target. Simple. Nothing's really changed on that. So we'll move on. Entis. Literally never seen this coin in my life. Juve. Is it, I believe that the J is silent. It's a Y, yogging. You've been making bad jokes all day, Scott. Becoming king of the dad joke. It's kind of sad for me. These wicks make this so hard to trade, in my opinion. Right? And they're in both directions. So, how do you really chart this? I don't know. I got nothing for you. Sometimes it's fine to look at a chart and say, why? I don't see any reason to. It's between these. Maybe if you're an MA trader, there's the 50 and the 200, you trade it above the 200 and sell it below the 50. Volume is rising a bit with price. So, if you're in it, maybe we draw yourself some support here. I think that's extremely valid, and you hold unless you close a candle below that. 1, 2, 3 touches. But I don't know. It's a really weird, ugly chart. Probably has almost no volume. You've been trading the wrong coin. LRC looks fine. Looks fine. I looked at this the other day. Above this, I don't want to mess around down here. Right now, that's below support, below resistance. If it closes above 1525, I would say we see a continuation. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Continue up. Not much exciting to see there, but this is a breakout. Eventually, this breakout should target all the way up here. I can show you some fibs if we need to look for some more targets. I like that. That's a little double bottom. We had drawn that before. So yeah, predictably, this is where you short something, especially when you draw the wrong thing. I didn't want the circle, but this is the golden pocket, 61.8 to 65% retracement. It's where you long it on the way down. Doesn't mean you're shorting it for good, but that's where you find resistance. That's it. Golden pocket. Because of nature and shells, and because of the way that the winds form patterns in the sand, because of Fibonacci's. Mercury is in the retrograde. It's because everybody puts their orders there. 61.8 to 65%. That's the golden pocket. That's where it happens. That was an obvious place to sell if you were a short-term trader. Now we're bouncing off the 38.2. Should head back up. Peace out, LR. See you later. Litecoin. Everybody wants in Litecoins. Go to $9,000 by next week. That was yesterday. And Litecoin looks fine on the USD pair. If you're stacking stats, I don't know. But hey, the other day we were looking at this on the stream 2 days ago, and it was right like here. And I said, it's at support. Doesn't look that bad. Yeah, it broke slightly below and then moved up. So anywhere above here is fine. Not an SFP though, because those candles closed and opened below. I don't really, I'm not as excited about Litecoin as everyone else, but I mean, on the USD pair, it'll do well. If you're looking at the USD pair, it'll do well, but if it's doing worse than Bitcoin, have fun staying poor with sats. Not dollars. Get them dollars. I don't know. And even struggling to break this. I think Litecoin is going to do great, honestly, against the dollar pair. It's just if someone asked me to look specifically at the Bitcoin pair, and I see nothing exciting here. I see a nice bounce off of that, but no follow through. If this continues up and follows through, this is a bullish engulfing candle of this bearish candle. That is good on volume. Just want to see this continue up. It should continue up, but like there's no entry right here. This was the entry. So you'll be 10% late if you jump in now, which might be fine if it's macro reversal. This also, by the way, I like that line. If you want to just follow along, you do have a potential, keyword being potential, double bottom here. But you can only trade that if it breaks this, the swing high in between. So, you know, we're a good more than 50% below that ish. 50%-ish below that. So the trade is here when it breaks that. So, you know, really patient traders are actually going to wait for that confirmation of the double bottom and trade it, you know, above here in a refresh of support. Right now, Litecoin could be fine. I don't know. I think it's going to do great on the USD pair because I'm bullish on Bitcoin. That doesn't mean this won't go down on this pair. MRPH, my favorite CrossFit workout. MRPH, Morpheus Network. That makes more sense because we all love the Matrix. It's a pretty good little sell-off happening here. None of this matters anymore, so we can ignore it. So let's look at this from a supply and demand perspective. You know, expect a bounce out of here, at least a reaction. You've almost gotten right to it. So if it comes into here and you're feeling long, great. I mean, everyone's going to start screaming. That was a nice candle. Looks weird on the 4 hour when you keep a daily demand zone, of course. But maybe this is going to bounce right above it. Nice little front run. I mean, it's a pretty good bet for where it could stop. That's a total knife catch, though. And otherwise, you got to start looking here-ish. Ugly, but around this candle would be more demand. You know, and as far as upside, you know, you're going to have trouble here. So, you know, you're only trading it up to there. And then you got to be above this because, look, this is real selling volume, right? That's like the biggest volume candle since September was a selling. So can't get too excited about that at the moment. Nano Bitcoin. Look at that stupid chart you drew once upon a time. That's terrible. Let's go to the weekly. I don't know. That's a pretty bullish move. Right into resistance, of course. Yeah, I would say this is your... So now you want to be above that, right? Let's drill it into the daily. So you guys, look, when you have a line, go into your settings, coord visibility, add it to days. Now it'll show up there, but you can subtract them so that stupid lines on one time frame don't ruin another time frame, right? So now it came up on the daily. Yeah, you don't want to mess with this under that. I mean, you can because we're at support. So effectively, we're ranging from here to here. So the real trade is, you know, getting out below this range with a clear, not something like this, a close below, but really trading it kind of up here. This would be where you enter. Yeah, it's higher. Sorry. Sometimes you got to wait till the price gets higher. This does look like it head and shoulders itself out. Nah, it's fine. This looks fine. It's just kind of between two levels, floating in space. It's not where you enter. Don't enter when you have indecision. For me, draw those levels, move between them. I'm coming back to the chat for a second. All I know is that I don't even know what this person said, but this is funny. He isn't reading the comments, but perhaps if you ask 1,000 more times, he will do it. No, he's not going to. I'm not reading your comments, except for that comment, but I am out because I don't want to mess with that. NKLA, the future of electric cars, and it's amazing. It's going to be the... Didn't go great. Didn't go great. But, it's, yeah, that is interesting, actually. Let's show me your fibs. Oh, let's call it from there. That's not a fib. Use the wrong tool. After a parabolic advance, I'll even pull it like, let's start maybe here. Bitcoin 2017. You get like an 80% retrace. This is probably more. This is probably a 90% retrace. Then you can go back up. So, yeah, that's what you get. You get pounded when a parabola breaks down. Parabola. But that looks good. Broke out. Should be heading back up. Problem is you could also try it like that. Not so good. So for me, for confirmation, I would wait till it flips this 50 MA, even though that's a little higher. At least you wouldn't be getting rejected like your prom date here. But it is kind of retesting it if you draw it off the first two, which is the natural way to do it. And this is probably a big ass channel. But you can't call it a bear bull flag because it took way too long to develop. It's not even that great of a channel. It's also not going to let me pull it. Trade view be tripping. Let's just draw some horizontals to make it fun. There. Here. Here. So maybe above that, which will be in confluence with that if it rises a bit more. Don't know. Looks fine, but it's kind of indecisive for me. Kind of indecisive. Also like your prom date. New. That new. The newest. This is new. Someone asked for Coinbase, I think. I don't know. Don't even know what this is. I've seen people talking about it all the time. I just, certain things I'm like, it's whatever. I don't care. This is one of those ones I just get people kept talking about. And I was like, why? I'm sure it's great. Just I don't know why. Sometimes your brain, you see something a bunch of times, you just don't check it out. I think this is likely to be heading back up. Go into the 4 hour. Real clear descending wedge here. Not the most convincing breakout, but if you can close up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want a little more volume, which you're going to get. No, actually 7 more minutes. You want to see this next candle is going to jump right to here, close out, and then head up here. It's fine. I don't know. Nothing's screaming like, hey, dude, buy me that I'm looking at really today. Maybe it's just my mood and I'm a hater. I don't know. Wait, got to mute it. I had muted it. So this looks fine. I would just want to see some volume coming out of here, and those are the areas you'll expect to see some difficulty. If you ain't seen it before, then it's new to you. ORAI chain, ORAI chain. That. I don't know. Whatever it's doing, it's kind of bullishly consolidating here. I don't know. Flipping that 50. Let's go to the 4 hour. I don't know. This is Choppy McChopperson, in my opinion. Like if I would have drawn this back here, I would have pulled this high to like this low. Maybe. Probably this one. No, this one called that a range, but it didn't really work out. But you do see that rejection right here. Just kind of broke. So I don't really want to touch this below here. Ish. Pull that back to here too. Looks the same. That looks like a pretty square rejection at the old bottom of this range. But this is against wrapped ether. I'm not trading against wrapped ether, bro. That would be a really good name for a crypto rap group. Wrapped ether. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like this is, the EQ of this channel is where I would draw resistance, and this area as well. I would say, I would have said, hey, here, I would have said, if it's back in the range, I want it. I would have stopped out there if I've been trading this, honestly. So maybe I'm not the right guy for this job. You get stopped out, man. Like you don't win on every single trade. Scrub. LARP. My God. If you don't have 100% win rate for $9 million contracts per, then you are a LARP. Right? If you have another stream of income that's not trading, oh my God, you have to be a LARP. You can't possibly trade if you make money any other way. I don't see anything here, honestly. Let's get back in here. Those are things that people say to me all the time on Twitter, by the way. They're not true things. Oh my God. You write a newsletter, you LARP. LARP is a live action role player, by the way. It means you're faking. If you write a newsletter, bro, you definitely can't trade. Why would you need to make money if you're such a good trader? I don't know, because anyone who trades knows that shit goes real bad sometimes. And being poor sucks. So if you want to have fun staying not poor, go get a job. Start something. Build something. Not a real trader. He has a podcast. Show me one good trader who's ever podcasted. I'll wait. There's people with like 200,000 Twitter followers that say those things to me. Love them. I love them all. Thank you for paying attention to me. I actually got 200,000 Twitter followers today. That was cool. Just another number, not a big deal, but kind of cool. I don't know, it looks head and shoulders-y to me, although it's not much of a top. I don't see anything great here. I mean, you could push this line here if you want to bias, but you're cutting through that. I mean, the reality is it's like that. Dude, these charts are just weird today. You guys asked for some weird charts, man. Getting squarely rejected by the 50 on the 4 hour. A lot of coins are kind of running into that. I don't know. I mean, this looks like it wants to go down a little bit more. Maybe wait till you break that. Otherwise, like, why? These coins just kind of look like meh. Sorry, y'all. Forgot to mute. There was that one dude who was like, I love your newsletter. I love it. It's great. But you chewed ice on a live stream and I'm not joining your newsletter anymore because you don't care about people. Not kidding. Said I don't care about people because I chewed on ice. Why are you so sensitive? Oxed. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's fine. Paid WETH. We don't want to look at this. Let's look at paid on Chartix. It's one of my larger bags. Paid really well. Like 100x levels of well from the pre-sale. Yeah, let's look at it on that. I don't like these W wrapped ETH pairs. It just doesn't sit well with me. It's not that I have anything against wrappers. I mean, this looks like some sort of this kind of vibe. Nah, it's dumb. It's a bad line. Bad ideas. Let's lock it in. But this is, I mean, this is valid. And it's breaking out. So yeah, if you're trading paid, that's subliminal because that's what I wish I had just done. But I can't because now I'm here with you guys and I have 79 more charts to do. I've had to pee since 2:07. But I come from a family of doctors and they all control their bladders well. So it probably rubbed off on me. You're a doctor, you have to like, you go into surgery, it's like, hey, you're not going to pee for 17 hours. Have fun with brain surgery when you have to pee 14 minutes into it. Terrible. Yeah, I think this is kind of a weak breakout and maybe it'll go up. But yeah, I mean, look at this run. Look at it. Let's zoom out. It's funny. This is the coin where like a week and a half ago, literally a week and a half ago, it was at 30 cents. And I tweeted, hey, congratulations to the paid team for a great launch. And someone tweeted, Melker, you scammer. How much did you get paid to tweet this scam? Have fun staying poor. How about that scam, you dick? Wasn't a scam. They came out with an audit literally like 3 hours after that tweet, but 1,000 people liked that tweet and now think that I scammed someone. And I didn't get paid. I was just being nice. Whatever. Just being nice. Yeah, I think that paid looks fine. Looks like it could be ready to reverse it. And that would make me very happy so that my bias would be filled and I could not lose money. I'm trying to look at get another kind of perspective here. Let's 4 hour. And this kind of looks fine, right? Like all of this is support because top tier, so anywhere through here, it's above that. Maybe, and you've got this big area of demand right here. So I think there's a lot of support here. But yeah, we want to see it push through this on some volume. Head up. That'd be sweet. REEF. I did not know that the flip-flop company tokenized. That's cool. But look, we said that was going to go up. Clearly did. It's not really the flip-flop company, guys. I don't think that. But is anybody worn REEF flip-flops? They're awesome. Might be wearing some right now, for all I know. So I think this kind of has potential to be looking real good here because here, let's do it another way. Let's delete all that. Let's just draw a range. Things move in channels, right? That, did it close above or not? No. Right now, that is a bearish SFP. But in 3 hours, 57 minutes, and 37 seconds, we can see if that closes above. You want to see this candle close above this line. That's it. Otherwise, you should be doing what this did. See, look, rejected, rejected, down to the EQ. The equilibrium, center of the channel. Rejected, down to the EQ. And if that breaks, you go down here. Easy and peasy. For CG, young Jeezy. If you're a diagonally dude, draw a line there. Exit if it breaks below it. But right now, this is it. This is your moment. Tonight is the night, REEF. You can do closing above that paper line. Yeah. I wrote that song. That was not Macklemore. Yeah, you want to see this close above and head up. Otherwise, maybe come down here. Got kind of a ascending triangle-y vibe. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad, but this is it. This is it. RUNE, hit the target. It's fine. Not saying I'm like a trade god or anything. I'm just saying hit the target. So good. It blasted through that. I don't think that matters anymore. Yeah, this is it. This is what RUNE is doing. Poet. Didn't know it. Can't see your comments. You're probably rattling them off. Dude, but like Doge, can you look at Doge? Did he do Doge yet? Is he Doge? 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 Dodgeball? That's it. You want to trade RUNE when it's above that line. I know I spend time on these, but really I want to tell you guys, I could do these in 30 seconds. That's it. I would say, look, we'll do it. Whoa. Whoa. Never seen that. What? What? I've been setting alerts in here for, probably 93 years. Never seen it tell me that my alert is on linear and it's log and it might not work. Have I been doing it wrong all this time? Trade RUNE above that line. That's it. SFP. Oh, bullish SFP. This looks like it's consolidating bullishly. It's fine. This is brand new. You can't really chart these things. I don't know. Really, you would pull it here, but that's fine, actually. Broke out, but that's a hell of a retest. So let's just add this one, just to be safe. Descending wedge, bullish. That looks bullish. Wait for a break of this line, heading up your first target of a descending wedge. Top of the pattern. This whole area is support. It's weird, but this like whole area here is demand, kind of. I wouldn't buy it yet. Wouldn't buy it yet. Wait till it breaks that line. Hopefully retests SFP. Snow. Informer. You know, deadly snow me a problem. A licky boom boom down. Detective Mr. He said deadly snow me stars someone down the land. A licky boom boom down. If you're my age and you see the word snow, you definitely think of the song Informer. You know, the guy's from Toronto and he's white. So good. So good. Informer. You know, deadly snow me a problem. That's one of my favorite songs to do at karaoke. I rock that. The whole song. Just people are just like, why? Because it's snow. I wonder what snow is doing now. I mean, this is real bullish, right? But to be honest, it's doing a little bit of an ascending channel probably here. You know? Oops. Let's do it like that. Yeah. So, you know, you don't want to see that kind of thing breaking down. None too much. So, but it's not a big deal. You can hold the channel and stairway to heaven, climb up. But you will see people. You will see people that will draw something like that and go, check out the bull flag. Bull flags are descending. A bull flag cannot ascend. This is ascending. It is not a bull flag. If someone calls that a bull flag, they never studied and probably didn't do good in school. Not a bull flag. So listen, this is your resistance. You want to be above that. Otherwise, maybe a drop down here, but you want to hold this channel. Safest entry is a close above that and retest. That's it. Solana, holy bullish. Batman. It's a bullish chart. Broke out, rising, breaking through levels. It's the weekly too. God, wow, what have I done? Now, this is just a bullish chart. It's real bullish. It's a really bullish chart. And predictably, we showed us your fibs last time we looked at it. Breakout and then resistance at the 38.2. I would say this should be above that, should be smooth sailing at least to this area. Above the 61.8. Volume's starting to rise again. This is a nice candle. It's bouncing off support here at 16127 and breaking above the 200 MA on the daily. If it closes anything like this, I would expect it to continue up. The best entry here was just below 161.27, so you're going to pay un poquito premium if you trade it here. Maybe wait till it flips this 38.2. This is amazing, right? You draw these when price gets here, right? So it's retrospect. Look at that support of the 38.2 and look at that resistance at the 50, which is not a fib level, by the way. Anyone who tells you the 50% is a fib level, run. It's just a common retracement. It's not a Fibonacci level. It's math. This looks bullish. I would wait personally maybe here to a flip of this because that's a good line of resistance anyways. So, you know, something like this. Hey, guys, how many charts do we have left? You guys hate me. I love you all, though. Every one of you. Even the guy who said that I got paid to scam stuff, because who has time for hate in this world? TRX. I don't know, man. I don't know. Look at that wick messing up the chart. There's support. I mean, this kind of looks bear flaggy. If not for that wick, oh yeah, you very much draw a bear flag here. Bear flag has to be ascending. right? Yeah, be a bear flag. If not for this. But yeah, you count wicks. All wicks matter. All wicks matter. I always draw on wicks. I don't do candle bodies because why would you ignore the wick? It's part of the price action. It happened. Just gonna pretend that wick didn't happen. Time to meet. I just came over to the comments. You guys are just having at it. Snow is still, oh, wow. I'm finding out some things about Snow. Snow winning Latin Billboard Music Awards. It's awesome. Snow's still kicking it at daddysnow.com. Who knew? Maybe I'll go check him out. Bet he is old. Because I'm old and that dude's older than me. TRX. I don't know, man. Look at all this resistance up here. There's another one. Like, I don't have anything against TRX. But, like, got a lot of bag holders. How many people have bought TRX at a higher price that are looking for a way to get out? Maybe it'll go up. It'll go up. There's just a lot of resistance, like rationally, right? I mean, look at that. Huge volume slap down. I don't know if it breaks down below here, you'd expect it to go up. This is the key level. This was like the all-time low for a very long time at 136, so I wouldn't trade it below 136. That's pretty much it. So if someone asks for VGX, you get BQX because Voyager still labeled wrong on Binance. Look at all these lines. My God, what was I smoking? Guys, lots of support here. 27 different levels for you to watch. VGX is BQX on Binance. That's where it trades because they took the Ethos token over and Binance can't get their S together to whatever. So yeah, that's a pretty massive bearish SFPs there. I love Voyager, by the way, so be hard pressed to get me to say anything bad. Like if it continues to drop, could be reversing here. That's a nice, that could be an indecision candle if that's up, but this is the area you're looking for. It couldn't be, I mean, that's clear as day. That's you buy the living shit out of this if it comes down here. All right, there should be tons of demand there. If you want to get more specific about it, then we go directly off this one small candle right here. Demand. That demand is demanding. Oh, I just realized that I'm getting a home haircut today, finally. Look at this. Been over a month. Like 4 o'clock. Getting a home haircut. Look, this it's hard to draw a pattern here, but maybe, you know, we take like a little channel here. Something like that. I don't know. I mean, reality, you know, above this line is party time if you're closing candles, and down here you plow it because that's major support. Otherwise, it's kind of a gap here in support. So let's go into the 4 hour. Maybe we can make some better sense of it. Yeah, we can. Ignore those big wicks. There. Set an alarm. Get a weird warning from TradingView. Be warned. Man, I don't want to be warned. I want my alerts to work. Yeah, I'm going to eliminate that be warned. Try to see if it's a channel. Took me to the station, black out my hands, trail me down because I'm hanging with the snowman. What I'm going to do. Informer. Had that rap part from MC Shan. They got no clues and they want to get warmer, but Shan won't turn informer. Oh, this is interesting, actually. When you come into the 4 hour, this is a really good place to bounce. That's demand. Before this huge move up, I think, you know, you wait for a break of this channel, but that's a nice bounce out of support. I would expect this to break out of here and head up. Waves. Nothing's changed on this. Waves USDT pair looks super awesome. I've been posting it. Hope you guys had fun staying rich. That was awesome. Looks like Bitcoin kind of did. And that's where I said, hey, maybe you buy it. $8.95. Came right down almost to the penny. Newsletter subscribers feasted on that one. But on the Bitcoin pair, I would say you got to break above that line. They got no clues and they want to get warmer, but sham won't turn informer. Yeah, I bet they definitely called Snow a LARP because he was a white guy from Toronto who reggae rapped. He was no Shaggy. Let's be honest. He was no Shaggy. I'm going to draw it like this. Right? There's your range. So these are all like kind of bearish SFPs. We just want to get above that. Once you're above 23, 24, 23.17 ish, free to trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are so many amendments in the Constitution, but I choose the 5th. 5th. Or Chappelle Show. Humor there. Yeah, I think it's ranging. So I would just chill. But this is a pretty key support. It's above it. Waves looks good. There's your major support. If it goes below that, maybe you're coming back down there. Waves. WRX, Wazir X, forgot about you. I was trading the schnickies out of this for a while, the schnikes. Oh, he used it in an alert. Won't be waiting for that one to come back around. This has a potential kind of bear div. TBH. Like if it's not there yet, but that's a higher. If that closes higher and this closes lower, and then we see a definitive elbow down, I would say that this is gonna not do great. They got no clues and they want to get warmer, but sham won't turn informer. Okay, let's look at it from this perspective instead. This whole area is resistance. But if we had drawn supply here, it looks something like this, right? This whole area trying to get through. We could even reduce it to that, right? So just wait till it's above that, even above this. Yeah, I like it better here. As big as that is, this whole area is going to be resistance. So if I was going to trade this, if I were president, I'd trade it like that. Let's try to pull some fibs and see how amazing the targets would be if this is reversing. This is a nice rounded bottom. I kind of like that. But I mean, to show you how much potential these coins have if they reverse from these levels, it's absurd. Right? Like just to get to the 38.2 would be almost over 3x, almost 4. But you're at resistance, right? And this whole thing was like all-time low, all-time low, all-time low. You can't trade this till it's above that. And it almost tried. Little engine that could. I think I can. So I would not touch it till it's above that. And then I'd be targeting that, right? Maybe even here. Don't know. Guys, we're almost there. Gotta go to the bathroom. Really gotta go to the bathroom. XMR. Are you kidding me? This thing keeps going down. You guys are exhausting me. I'm exhausted. I don't know why I'm doing this purple. It's super whack. Got to make the middle of it black too. For aesthetic purposes. Yeah, I mean, that was support, resistance. But seems to have reversed here. So it should be at least going up to here. 4131. It's a nice little trade if it makes it back to the EQ. But really, you don't want to trade this till it's above here and above that blue line. I know it's tempting to like jump into these coins, whatever. There's nice volume, but like why? So many coins to choose from. So many coins. Why choose the oldest one? Because privacy. Very private coin. Maybe it's bouncing, dude. I don't know. But you know, the other thing that you get with this, if you can get above that, which is what matters, then you have the double bottom. That would be the swing high between these two lows. Your real trade, I know you don't want to hear it. Above this, 5,000, 12, 5,007. So I would wait for something like this. This is what I'd be looking for. Nope. There. Really hard to trade these Bitcoin pairs when Bitcoin's raging. Still, USDT, are you down here or are you up there? Don't even know. Wow, you're up there. I wouldn't, I mean, that's a huge divergence, but it's over a really long period of time. Wouldn't worry about it too much. This looks like it's going to cup and handle, right? We talk about rounded bottoms there at the bottom. Cup and handles are continuation patterns. Right? There's your cup. Maybe you get a little handle like this. You draw it like this so that you can put a thing on it. And maybe some of these. Sorry. We're hitting my breaking point. That boy there is losing his mind. Sad what happened to that Melker kid. Sad. This is what I would be personally watching for. That probably won't happen. Disclaimer, can't predict the future. But if this doesn't hold, I would look for it to come down here and do what I said. Form like a little bull flag or something, consolidation, and head up. But that's a very bullish chart that looks prime for bullish continuation. We did it. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Looks fine. Moral of the story, Bitcoin looks fine. Yeah, the flag's kind of not valid because of these wicks, but it did hold it and it bounced right off demand. And those are kind of tweezer bottoms. It's fine. It's fine. Stop worrying. You pretty little heads. All right, coming back over here. That's the newsletter. Sign up for it. Links down in the thing. Now I'm going to try to spend about 30 seconds and see. Are options the same thing as leverage? Not really. Yeah, another solid podcast, but a shout out to Texas West Capital and the Wolf of Wall Street's newsletter subscription. If you had to choose between the two, choose Texas West Capital. He was my mentor. He taught me how to trade. That's also in the description. I was a pretty terrible trader before I met him. Pretty bad. Why no UTK? Because if you've been listening, it was not requested before the stream by a paid subscriber. Just going back through here. I love UTK. Nobody asked for it. I'm not doing requests. E-Gold is the future. Terra Luna made a killing the past few days. Pretty cool group of dudes. Thanks, Scott. Always dudes. I don't even know how this conversation happened, but I know it's about Britney Spears. My wife's talking about Britney Spears in the comments. Free Britney. She's right. She's right. Britney Spears is like 40 years old and her dad still controls her money and she's like, fine. She's fine. Like she's a functional human person. It's not nice. I'm just trying to cruise through these comments real quick. This person would like me to know that I can literally die if I hold my pee for too long. I would die for you guys. I don't remember Shoe Nice, but I remember Shanice. I remember Shadice. Scott's on one today. Yeah. Sound like my dad. I am. I am Potato. I love Lamp. Who is trading crap with zero volume? A few people. I have shown people my fibs. Stop muting or I'm out of here. Boyd, I know you in real life. I'll mute you. Charlie Sheen is here, which is flattering. She's got tiger blood. What's your wife's at? You don't know. I'm not telling you, bro. You crazy? Dudes have been sliding aggressively into Emmy's DMs. It's weird. Dudes that follow me, they're like, I follow your husband. He's like a really great trader, but what's up, girl? How you doing? You ain't out wolfing me, son. Bring that shit here. Hi, Scott. Where do you think this adoption thing goes? Only Bitcoin or any other coins or projects in sight? What do you think? What's up, buddy? I think a lot of projects are going to make it, and I think more won't. But I don't think it's only Bitcoin, and I think that that's a very short-sighted and narrow view of the world. And I don't want to live in a world where it's only Bitcoin. You know? Wait, did you forget Zill? No, I literally just did it at the end. Is that basketball? Yes, that's the 2007 Florida Gator National Championship team. Do you ever do in-person training? Only Wadokai, Kung Fu, Taekwondo, and Shaolin Sword. But I do not do trading. I literally don't do anything in person. There's like a global pandemic. Generational wealth transfer. I love the notion of a generational wealth transfer, but that requires a transfer of wealth. People who are making Bitcoin are not taking that money from other places right now. So I think it's a generational wealth opportunity, but I don't see it as generational wealth transfer because boomers are still rich as fuck. Thoughts on FinX Flow? I think it's awesome. I know those dudes. Yeah, guys. Charlie Sheen, glad you were here, man. Super glad. Sign up for my newsletter. It's $15 a month. Not a scam. Yeah, boomers are not like passing their wealth on to Bitcoiners unless they're your parents. It's not like you're taking their money and turning it into Bitcoin money. It's weird. It's a weird narrative. Sign up for the newsletter. Sign up for FEMIX. And stop DMing my wife unless you want to ask her a question about marketing or just make a nice compliment that's not flirtatious because it's weird. I love you guys. I'm going to say goodbye now. Peace.
Let's go.